What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Still coming at you from the Pittston terminal. Looks like I should be picking up a co-driver here later on today or early tomorrow, and then it'll be time to roll. But I just wanted to address a couple comments. Well, maybe 3 comments that I got just recently. I think a few people have taken umbrage to some of the content that I may have posted, so let's get into that, okay? So basically, what they were saying was, I don't know anything about business, I don't know anything about trucking, and basically if I knew anything about business, I wouldn't be a sucker and work for Prime. All right, so that's basically the comments. I'll concede that, okay? Let's concede that I don't know anything about business, I don't know anything about trucking, and that I am a sucker for working for Prime. So I'll give you all 3 of those. But can you at least give me the fact that I am right to push the position that being a sucker is somebody that blames everything that's going on in their life, whether it's, personal or business, on outside sources rather than putting the blame on themselves? Can I at least get something for saying that whatever happens to me, whether I make all the money, make none of the money, that stuff's on me? I'm not placing blame on the market. I'm not placing blame on other companies driving freight rates down. I'm not blaming anything on anybody. Can we all agree that is a good position to take? Because I'll tell you what, if maybe you don't take that same position, but for me, there is nothing harder for me to hear than grown men, because I don't really hear too many women like blaming, at least in trucking. Maybe there's just not that many posting that kind of content, but it is damn near hard to hear when I see people blaming outside sources like, other trucking companies driving freight rates down. Or, here's a good one. All right, we have a shortage of truckers, but you got some of these racist motherfuckers out here that are saying, if it wasn't for these flip-flop wearing, foreigners in here, we'd be making money, this, that, whatever the situation is. Listen, if you are blaming anything on anybody but yourself, now acknowledging the fact is one thing. If you want to say, well, you know what, rates are down for this reason or rates are down for that reason, listen, maybe I'll give you that. But all this whining I'm hearing about, whining and placing blame on everything other than where it needs to be placed is definitely hard for me to hear. I don't know if this is how I grew up or where I've taken this mentality, but one thing that you will never hear is me blaming a president on, what's going on in my life, or you're not going to hear me blaming some other motherfucker on why I'm not doing well. I mean, can we at least agree that those are weak-ass tendencies right there? I'll give you the fact, if you want to call it a fact, that I don't know anything about business and I don't know anything about trucking and I'm a sucker for working for Prime. If you at least give me that, all right? Anybody that doesn't agree with that position is a sucker. Anybody that's out here blaming, I'm not making money. Listen, stating a fact is one thing, but sitting here whining about it's another. I don't know anything about business, okay? But I just heard somebody whining about fuel prices. You know what? If fuel prices are up, okay. Everything is cyclical. Or at least that's the way I choose to believe it. I may be wrong. I may be a sucker. I may not know anything about business, but one thing that I know is, and maybe this is outside the scope of business, is everything is in cycles. All you got to do is make it through whatever little downturn that there is, and things are not static. Things will always go up and down, and you can't be whining every time things go down if you're bragging every time things go up. All right, so that's not business. That's just life in general, I guess. What's that Newton's, law or what was that? Newton and the apple and all that shit. Things that go up must go down, whatever that is. But anyway, if you happen to still be watching this, I am what I am. Maybe I'm stupid at business. Maybe I'm a sucker for working for Prime. But what I do is take 100% accountability for what I'm in. So you'll never hear me say, I'm not making money because of Prime. I'm not making money because of my fleet manager. I'm not making money because, whatever the situation is. You're not going to hear that out of me. And I may not be good at business, but one thing I'm good at is not spending a lot of money. So we could have a bad year. We could have a bad 2 years. We could have a bad 3 years. And you ain't going to hear me complaining about anything because I've tried to put myself in a position where money is not anything that I'm be stressing out about. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Keep yourself accountable, and I'm out.